and best wishes for a happy holiday season from all of us at 2K Sports as we get set for this NBA presentation. I'm Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony, Hall of Famer Doris Burke, and another Hall of Famer, David Aldridge, from the sidelines. DA, it's all yours.
Kevin, thank you. There is no question that Dallas's Luka Doncic has captured league-wide admiration. Hall of Famer, player, and executive Jerry West said, "We are watching genius, a superstar who will go down as the best player in Mavs franchise history." Considering Dirk Nowitzki was there for a long time, Kevin, the praise from Jerry doesn't get much higher or from a loftier perch.
Indeed. Something special, David. Thanks. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. Look at the Clippers. They hold the first place spot in the conference just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And, of course, Dallas, 2 games back.
You know, right now, Dallas, they've had such a disappointing season. Even when they've gotten a little bit of momentum, they haven't been able to keep it going.
It just feels like they're sputtering right now. Every time you think they've turned the corner, they really haven't.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. They've got Richardson. He's out there with Doncic. Powell is out there with Hardaway. And it's Finney-Smith in at the 4-man position. And for Los Angeles, Batum is out there with Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Ibaka. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the point. Now, here's Doncic. Terrific, talented backcourts tonight. Greg, did it ever add anything for you playing across another top-level guard?
Listen, it raises the stakes, no doubt about it. You always want the opportunity to play against the best because you want to see where you stand. But in the end, even when you know a guy's better than you, and you're going to have that be the case a lot of nights, you still know that you will have an ability to impact the outcome when it comes to winning. And that's where you have to keep your focus.
And so the Los Angeles Clippers get the first points of the ballgame. Doncic with the bucket.
Well, the assertiveness to his approach, Luka Doncic on the catch and shoot, easy.
And just about a minute into the first quarter. And Ibaka kicks to Leonard. Let's go. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now here's Hardaway. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Lakers. Doncic with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. Doncic, no good.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Hardaway against Leonard. Now, here's Batum. Not a lot of room. George against Richardson. George, no good.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he's surprised himself with the miss.
And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar.
Doncic kicks to Powell. Here's Finney-Smith, defended by Batum. And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. For the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Batum. Luke Kennard comes in for Leonard. Lou Williams is subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And Dallas with a change here too. Kleba's checked in. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Doncic passes to Pop. From outside, off the mark. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Williams outside. No good there. So the Mavericks will take it the other way. Ring shot on the way. Powell kicks to Doncic. Dallas again missing. And it's Williams with the ball for Los Angeles. Kennard, the pass to George. The feed to Ibaka. George up top. Richardson cover. 6 to shoot. Nice move. They grab their own miss. Outside for George. No luck, they battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down. Dallas has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's Doncic missing.
Right now trying to get into a rhythm, but so far this quarter, boy, he is struggling to make anything go down.
Want easy looks? Don't allow the defense to set up.
What a beautiful fast break opportunity, and the finish pretty good.
And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. The Clippers shooting their first free throw of the game. The throw good, Paul George.
Now, you love the energy out there. Paul George is an extremely confident, extremely versatile player, and he brings a great level of activity to both ends.
Pass to Burke. Jacks up a 3. Drills the three-pointer. 1 second left. The shot, no good. It's all tied here in Los Angeles. And don't go away. We'll be back with the action for the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverley about his throwback style.
Old school basketball, you know, and it's fun, and it's light. Fans deserve it on both sides. You know, it's a good old-fashioned basketball. You know, it's all part of the game. We're both trying to win, and that's what people want to see. Hard-nosed, edgy basketball.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverley may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far from the Clippers, guys. What are your thoughts?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Reggie Jackson out there with Williams. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then it's Ibaka. And it's Zubac in at the 5, roaming the paint. Here's Johnson, following the score by Serge Ibaka. Doncic feeling it out.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
And what a unique career Serge Ibaka has had. Some incredible totals for him over the course of his career.
That's right, Greg. I mean, I think people would be shocked to know Serge Ibaka was the first player ever to make 500 threes and have 1,500 blocks. Hard to imagine nobody had ever accomplished that feat. Give credit to Ibaka. He changed his offense and added the 3-ball.
And he makes the first. You know, Greg, we know there's some power finishers in the NBA like Giannis Antetokounmpo, but he complains a lot that he needs to sell contact rather than muscle through it. How do you evaluate those kind of power finishers in the game?
Well, I mean, there's still power will always play a role, especially when you can add in quickness and athleticism. And I think you start right there with Giannis. I mean, he's kind of epitomizes that. LeBron obviously is still in that category. And a guy like Kawhi Leonard, he can send you into the stanchion when he gets going downhill as well.
A guy who just continues to earn more minutes. You know, Finney-Smith is tough, and Greg, he is effective.
He seems to become a better rebounder every year, more efficient. He'll take charges, commits hard fouls, and I don't think we've seen his ceiling. Finney-Smith is a guy you can win with.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. The Clippers in the lead. Leonard attacking. Second shot opportunity. A rebound by Johnson. And the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That is his first foul of the game. Dallas making a switch here. Richardson's checked in. Dallas has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Now here's Burke, guarded by Jackson. And the rejection by Jackson. For Los Angeles, they've gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. And Ibaka kicks to Jackson. Here's Leonard, and he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
The first free throw is good. And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning. No lights on in the gym, so he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to lead. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it.
The shot's good on the assist by George. Leonard's got the lead up to 5 now for Los Angeles. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Richardson the pass to Kleba. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Burke. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Burke's got 6.
I'll tell you, he'll take that all day, every day. I'm sure he was shocked to find himself that wide open.
Beverly the pass to Zubac. And the rejection by Marjanovic. Pass to Finney-Smith. Back to Burke. Count that bucket.
Way to create just enough separation to get that shot to go.
Well, to me, that's about skill overcoming size. And how about the fearlessness at the offensive end?
Good on the shot. He's got 10.
This guy is cooking right now. He is leading them on the offensive end as they remain in front here.
Richardson against George. Here's Finney-Smith. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Lakers.
And it wasn't only his scoring. The intensity on defense. He nabbed 3 steals that night.
And so Beverly will bring it up for Los Angeles. Here's Leonard.
Well, Kawhi Leonard might be quiet off the court, but on the court, he makes a lot of noise.
And here is Burke. Here's Kleba. A 3-pointer, no good. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for Los Angeles. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thanks so much. Kawhi, you seem to be so at ease out there. How much is that helping your game?
It's helping me out a lot. Just coming in the game, relax.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
And we hope you enjoyed the competitive first half of action. Ernie Johnson here welcoming you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. That guy right there is Shaquille O'Neal, and that guy right there is Kenny the Jet Smith. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 12 points and 3 rebounds. Kenny, what'd you think about the Clippers?
It's been a strong performance for them on the glass. They're hustling. More often than not, the first guy to get to the boards has been one of theirs. Now that's impressive. And that can make a big difference in a game like this.
And Shaq, what do you have to say about the Mavericks?
Well, they shot under 40% in the half. That tells the story right there. Defense deserves some credit for disrupting them a little bit, but they need to counteract with more creativity on offense. Few isolations, more movement, better shot selection.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
And part of that has to do with his mindset. He has been looking to push the action at every opportunity, and he has been in attack mode all night.
On the floor right now for the Mavericks, Richardson is out there with Doncic. Then there's Dwight Powell. Then there's Tim Hardaway Jr. And it's Finney Smith in at the 4. And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
And it's Leonard missing. Mavericks trail by 4. And here's the fast break. Richardson leading the way. And then Hardaway with the dunk.
Well, if you allow Hardaway to get near the rim, this is what's going to happen. This guy is a fantastic finisher.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here.
And Doncic was part of a draft day trade that so far seems to have worked out pretty well for both teams.
That's exactly right. Doncic, Greg, was selected by Atlanta with the 3rd pick. He was then quickly shipped to Dallas for the 5th overall pick, which turned into Trae Young, plus a future pick. Neither of these young men wasted any time putting their stamp on the NBA. I do think their futures will always be discussed in connection with the other.
Here's Doncic. They get it back. Johnson gets the bucket and the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
The Mavericks have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today. Now the free throw is good, now leading by 1. We know how important the draft is, Greg. It can shape an organization. Talk about some of the best draft day deals of the last couple decades. There have been a lot of them.
Oh, there have been a few. I mean, just coming to mind here recently. How about when Kawhi was traded to the Spurs? That was a huge get. Go back
George
to how about Kobe going to the Lakers? Mikehell and Parrish coming to the Celtics. I mean, we've seen that happen quite a bit, and I tell you what, boy, it can really transform a franchise's future.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Cauley Stein comes in for Dwight Powell, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Richardson. For Dallas, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the 3rd quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. Doncic passes to Brunson. Excellent D there from Williams. And Los Angeles guys shooting in this game, 45%. Here's Jackson. Good, nice job down low. And the Clippers lead by 1.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
And kind of like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Batum passes to Ibaka. And stolen by Cauley Stein. Johnson inside. Kennard covering. Johnson, good. As we approach the 4th quarter, still anyone's ballgame.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
And Ibaka kicks to Jackson. Back to Ibaka. And he uses the glass on the layup. Ibaka's got 6.
Well, let's remember, at his size, this is a very mobile 4. He can stretch the defense, and in this instance, just does some work in the pick and roll.
Now here's Brunson. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Here's Cauley Stein, and the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
On the wing, Batum. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Listen, offensively, they're very comfortable with him taking that shot. It's a good look under very little pressure. He just can't convert.
Now here is Hardaway. Passes it to Doncic. Here's Johnson. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Boy, he's definitely covered well there. And hey, we know he can knock down the fadeaway shot. Just didn't fall there.
You know Jackson can just fly. I mean, that athleticism and energy is off the charts.
Brunson against Williams. Cauley Stein passes to Johnson. Now here's Brunson. A 3-ball. The Clippers grab the miss. Batum's got 5 rebounds tonight. Williams for 3. Kennard finds Williams with 1 on the clock, and the quarter ends with some stifling defense right there. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a close one. Los Angeles on top. They lead by 1. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the fourth quarter. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. The 2 stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Patrick Beverly out there with Kennard, and it's Zubac in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's out there for the Clippers. The Mavericks trailer. Now here's Richardson. Shot clock at 6. Beyond the arc. Kawhi Leonard with the rebound. Leonard's got 4 rebounds in this game. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to go on Trey Burke.
See, I don't think you could teach that. Paul George going right into contact. You love that aggressiveness.
Both shots good from the stripe.
An efficient night from the line. This is a guy who puts in the work and it pays dividends.
Now Burke. Dishes it to Powell. That one good for 2.
They continue to battle out there, so close to taking the lead.
Yeah, but that's been elusive. They've missed a few plays along the way that they'd love to have back.
And this is what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Clippers. On Tuesday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Then on Wednesday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the Portland Trail Blazers. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Luke Kennard. And both free throws good for Paul George.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
We played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. Powell against Zubac. Richardson right side. Goes up the baseline. It's hauled in by Zubac. Los Angeles leading by 3. Here's Leonard. The shot's good on the assist by George. George has got 3 assists now in this one.
Well, guys, Kawhi may not have averaged 20 points per game until his 5th season, but now it happens with regularity.
And Los Angeles guys shooting with confidence, 50% from the field so far.
Wow, we are going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Greg. That was special. That was really special. And we're around 2 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Here's Burke. Batum grabs the miss. Batum's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Leonard. He makes his 9th shot of the game. He has only missed 4.
Really, really good possession there. They've never lost their focus, even as the game's gotten tight.
You know, a few more possessions like that one, they can put the finishing touches on this game. They just have to have effective trips like that one.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
And at this point, it is their game to lose. They've done such a good job building the lead.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game. Kawhi Leonard.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hands.
What a connection he has to these fans. They love him here. And the more he has games like this, the deeper that connection gets. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Again, the miss by the Mavericks. Takes it out to Leonard. We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter. The pass to Ibaka. Fires from 14. That shot misses. And the Mavericks going the other way now. Here's Hardaway, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Nicholas Batum.
Well, this is a quick and decisive offensive player who's not afraid of contact. Love Tim Hardaway Jr. accepting the contact.
So the first one drops, and that brings them to within 10. Hardaway hits them both.
You see, to me, guys, for Tim Hardaway Jr., there's still another level for him to reach. He has proven that he can be a big-time scorer. To me now, it's about consistency and doing it night after night after night.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Clippers.
What an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so, created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Definitely had a huge edge, and this is their DNA. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are the kinds of games they can have.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3. And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and look at the stats, just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Kawhi Leonard.
This guy has been shot-making all night long. He commands the rock and takes over.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've got hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Now here's Powell. Doncic with it. Inside, Finney Smith lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
You know, there's an unselfishness to Luka Doncic and a pretty pass right there.
11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Batum. Leonard on the wing. To the paint. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. Some good competition, but the hometown advantage and their ability to stay focused, I think, made the difference.
Yeah, and the first step in becoming a good team is your ability to win at home. And they really seem to revel in that opportunity. And this is what they came out to do.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Why, you were in peak form tonight, so how fun is it when you control a game like that?
Definitely. You know, basketball's fun, and it's just amazing that I was able to get to this point, and I have a coaching staff, guys with me that push me every day.
Well, it showed out there tonight, man. Congrats on the win. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.